today I will be beating Pokemon Moon using only shiny Pokemon. Sun and Moon are notoriously known for their long reset time for their starter Pokemon. Look at how long this scene is, and it's even sped up. But on June 20th, 2022, and after a whopping, God is on my side, 532 resets, I got shiny Litten. I was just randomly hunting for shiny Litten at the time, and I actually got it in those crazy ass odds. So I named the Litten Kuroko after Kuroko and Kuroko no Basket. All I have is the picture to prove it was legit, because at the time I didn't plan on recording this. I was just doing it for my own pleasure. Y'all are gonna have to trust me, source trust, that this shit is 100% legit. It is. Word to my dead, on God, bro, dead ass. We missed all the intro stuff into the game, but you didn't really miss much. I picked my name, Carlo, and I picked my character, and there's some Lily and Nebby lore, and that's all y'all miss. So now let's get into the meat of this video. So after getting Kuroko, Hao, our rival of course, wants to battle. Hao is a little too giddy and happy for me, but he's not a bad character. He's just a shitty Pokemon trainer, to be honest. So Kuroko takes care of Rowlet pretty easily, and Hao has been taken down. Not too long after, there's some festival going on, and we gotta face Hao again. This time though, he has a Pichu, but that shit don't change anything anyways. We take care of business pretty easily here. Before I start anything else in the game, I would feel more at ease if I can use 2 different Pokemon. So I head over to Route 1 and I start hunting. The SOS method is not ready for prime time yet, so we doing this the old-fashioned way. 1 out of 4,096 odds, and just running around the grass for a random encounter. The goal is a shiny Grubbin. If I get anything else, that's cool, I'll take it, but we won't stop until we find Grubbin. Also, quick side note for this hunt, I'll be using 2 games, Sun and Moon. I'm playing on Moon right now. Moon will be recorded on my capture card because my 3DS got a capture card, but that's the only one I own. So I'm gonna use my other 2DS to use my Sun file to also hunt at the same time. So we're double hunting, but I can't record on that DS because there's no capture card installed. The next day, same shit. Let's go.
A few moments later.
I'm recording on this one, but not this one. And the shiny Caterpie popped up. So after 6,476 random encounters, we got shiny Caterpie. I'm honestly very happy with this phase, even though it's not Grubbin. My original Moon copy from back in the day has a couple shinies I lost forever because I lost the cartridge. And Caterpie was one of those shinies that I hunted for, so it's cool to have it back. I named the Caterpie Zekin because I was watching Valorant and Sentinels was playing. Buy the Send bundle. But even though we got a shiny, I said I won't stop until we get a Grubbin, so we continue to hunt. While hunting, Zekin evolves into a nice red Metapod and then into a beautiful Butterfree. So after I did a couple hundred random encounters, I got tired and lazy, so I went forward with the game. I don't know what happened to the footage, but it's gone. But you guys didn't miss much. I just went through the trainer school, and now I start my first trial with this pink-haired androgynous person. This cave that the first trial takes place in just got Rattatas coming out of its ass. These people with bandanas over their face and emo-looking clothes, they low-key got that shit on though. I'm not gonna lie.
Boy, he got that shit on though.
But anyways, I had to get over them, and they're not even part of the trial. I had to battle them. But anyways, of course, Kuroko and Zekin beat them up pretty easily. We finish up in the cave, and now we face the totem Pokemon, which is Raticate. I use Zekin to paralyze both Pokemon and get Kuroko in there to get a couple workups in, and we defeat totem Raticate with some Fire Fangs. We have completed our first trial. The androgynous captain glazes me for my efforts with some Great Balls. So after that, my smart self thought we could get Adrenaline Orbs by now, but we can only get it once we hit Route 8, and that is sadly far away from where we are right now because we are only on Route 2 and 3, so it's gonna be a while. So I opened up my Sun file and played up to the point where you can actually get Adrenaline Orbs, and just decided to SOS hunt Grubbin on that file. After only 309 SOS encounters, the red bug has finally showed up. Shiny Grubbin! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I knew I was gonna get it today.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now! Stop the cap!
We head back to Iggy Town to face Hala for the grand trial. he's the kahuna of this island. And all he had was fighting type Pokemon. So Zekin took care of business with Psybeam and Gus, and we have cleared our first grand trial. After that, guess who asked for another favor from us? Of course, it's Lily, and she just wants us to help get Nebby back home. How could I say no to my little bro over there? So I agreed to help. I guess Lily can really feel our shiny aura, and she can really only trust us out of everyone in her group to help her, because everyone else is basically useless. So we take a boat out to the next island, which is Akala Island, and how low-key roast Lily on the boat ride there. I wouldn't take that personally, but when we arrive on the island, we meet two baddies who we are going to have to challenge to get the trials done over here in this island. So Kuroko finally reaches level 21, and I finally decide to let Kuroko evolve into Torracat. Originally, I was not going to evolve Litten at all, because look at Litten, bro. That's a fire-ass shiny. But I decided that Incineroar is also cool and would help us down the line. So we evolve Kuroko. So when we arrive at Panola Town, Hal graces us with his presence just to indulge in a Pokemon battle in which my fine sir loses again. As we are moving along, we beat two little twins where Buko evolves into a Charger Bug. Beautiful red plug, by the way. Also, on our way to the next trial, we encounter Hal, and this new unlocked character, Gideon, pops up also. Gideon just beat Hal, and you know how Hal be. Bro was still happy as fuck, ecstatic that he lost, and Gideon is just giving mad emo ass aura right now. Of course he wants to battle me, and look at bro in the back while we battle. He is literally twitching. Bro is a D1 crash out. Even his Pokemon is scary. Bro put out a Pokemon called Type No. What the fuck is that? That's a whole robot, bro. That ain't no Pokemon. Anyways, my shiny team and I take care of business rather quickly to get away from this dude. He kind of scaring us right now, and bro looks like his life is over after one loss. Look at him, mad salty. Then this skull grunt really said, look, the Murkrows are crying and it's time we should be flying. Ew. Did they really think that shit was nice, bro? Did that grunt really think he's him, bro? That shit was a corny ass line. So we finally arrive at Brooklet Hill, and we meet Lana, the captain of Brooklet Hill, and we start to help them with something. Lana basically lures us in deeper into Brooklet Hill, basically starting our trial here. So we just have to defeat Wishiwashi, which is a totem Pokemon, to complete this trial. I lead out with Buko, and we hit the big Wishiwashi with a spark that also paralyzes, which is mad clutch. And from there we kill everything in our path with spark and complete the trial. Lana shows me how she got a little aura because she told us she once reeled in a red Gyarados. Okay, chill Lana, we see you, we peep game, we got that shiny aura. Next up is Kiowa's trial in Wella Volcano Park, so we head there next. On our way over to the volcano, we are asked of our services from this person named Hapu because they get harassed by Team Skull. So I help her out real quick, and she glazes me real quick. Positive aura points here. After that, we stopped by the Battle Royale Dome and did like a 4-way battle with Gladion, Kukui, and who else was there? Oh yeah, Hal was there. For some reason, Professor Kukui was doing his Rey Mysterio cosplay, like no one could tell it was him. But anyways, whatever. So we finally arrive on top of the volcano and we start the trial. We do some dumb trivia questions with these dancing Marowaks. I hated this shit, to be honest, but that's probably because I'm dumb and I struggled with these questions, but I got it eventually. So I low-key had no plan going into this, so that gets Kuroko killed. Thank God this isn't a Nuzlocke. Anyways, but I send out Buko next. Long story short, I had no answer and I blacked out. I know, I'm ass, guys. Y'all can roast me now. Y'all can roast me. So anyways, on the next try, I start out with Zekin to hit Salazzle with a stun spore and paralyze it. And I just try to do as much damage as I can. I then send out Kuroko to spam Fire Fangs. Kuroko ends up dying, and we send out Buko to hit Salazzle with a spark. That was a crit, and we knock it down. And we just take care of the Salandit that it called out, and we have completed this trial. So after that trial, I go back to Brooklet Hill because we need our next team member pretty badly, I fear. So we are gonna hunt for Morlo. So I begin to SOS hunt it, and after a quick 197 encounters, this happens. Shiny Morlo! Shiny Morlo! Yo! That was kind of quick, 197? Oh my god, let's go. Shiny Morlo is so clean, bro. I love the color combo. It's just a clean ass shiny. And I name it Lemonhead, which I will explain in the future. Some of y'all may know already, but I'll explain in the future for those who don't. So once we got Lemonhead, we head over to Lush Jungle to finish up our next trial with Mallow. We do her little gathering and cooking game, and we lure out the totem Pokemon, which is Lurantis. And with Kuroko, we just use Flame Charge to defeat it, and we complete the third trial on Akala Island. So we go through some battles, and Lemonhead is finally evolving into the reason why we nicknamed it Lemonhead. But we make it over to Coney City and we get a new makeover. I low-key lost aura points with this makeover, but don't worry, you'll see my new makeover in the future. We redeem ourselves. We also encounter Team Skull and the white outfit people. We have seen these people before, but they were just kind of there, but they were low-key sus to me. But anyways, Team Skull was bothering them and one of the white outfit members is bougie, so they have us fight in his place. My fault, bro. Who do you think you are? I feel like Pokemon needs to give us an option to choose if we want to help certain people, because bro, we be helping too many people who honestly don't deserve our help, and this motherfucker is one of them. Anyways, we take care of the grunts, and because we slayed, the dude in the neon was like, yo, if you pull up to Hano Grand Resort, I'll take you somewhere nice. Huh? Hey, yo, what kind of... Oh, that shit's kind of sus, but you know, I'm curious, and we fake strong in this game, so we will take them up on that in the future. So after a battle with a random fisherman, Kuroko evolves from Torracat into Incineroar. This shiny is still clean, but Litten clears. As we are headed back to the grand trial of the island, we get stopped by yet another NPC that goes by the name of Plumeria, who is the admin of Team Skull. Apparently Gladion glazed me in front of her and she wanted to battle me, so we battle and she wasn't even anything crazy, so we beat her. She tells us to stop fucking with Team Skull or I'ma get it. Yeah, alright. We can finally start our grand trial battle with Olivia, and all of her Pokemon are rock types, so we just used Lemonhead and spam Mega Drain until we won, and we won. We completed our second grand trial, and now I think it's time we add another member to our team. Our next team member I'm going for is going to be Mareanie. This is one of the harder hunts that I'm going to do in this game, because you technically can't SOS hunt for Mareanie by itself, because you can only encounter it from SOS calls from a Corsola. This is because of the whole lore of Mareanie and Corsola. If you want to look more into it, you can, but basically Mareanies and Toxapexes eat the branches off of Corsola's body, so the game plays into that. So if Mareanie is out with a Corsola, the Mareanie will attack the Corsola. And I also know what y'all gonna say, why don't you just SOS call until a Mareanie pops out, kill the Corsola, and then just SOS hunt the Mareanie? Yo, you fake smart for coming up with that, but that's not how this shit works, bro. If you leave Mareanie out there by itself, it will never call out for a Pokemon, never, unless you can like switch the code in the game. That Mareanie never call in another Pokemon, and you will just be there forever. So because of this little mechanic that this game has, there's just a higher chance of me getting a lot more Corsola shinies before I get a Mareanie shiny. And because this hunt is kind of difficult, I'm bringing out the old trusty 2DS that I can't record shit on, so I can double hunt and save my time, bro, because I got shit to do. And of course, after 169 SOS encounters, our blue toothpaste shiny shows up on the non-recording 2DS. So I'm gonna pass it over to the past me. Oh, my DS is flashing red. Okay. Oh, I got a shiny Corsola. What the fuck? Yo. Oh my god. Look, blue Corsola, bro. 169 encounters. My DS was flashing red, so I went down to plug in my charger, and then I look up and I see a blue Corsola. And of course, you know, this is not the goal, so you know what we going for. We going for that Mareanie, so we keep it going. And after 467 SOS encounters in total between the two DSs, the non-recording 2DS strikes again. That sun file is heat, I'm not gonna lie, but it came from my non-recording 2DS, so I'm gonna pass it over back to the past me. Shiny Mareanie. Yo, this cartridge has been so lucky. I know y'all seen that. Shiny Mareanie. I only did one phase for Corsola. 467 encounters. Wow, that was way faster than I thought it would be. This shiny is just overall clean, man. I love pink. I love me a nice pink. I named the Mareanie Jinwoo because I was watching Solo Leveling, and if y'all watch that show, Jinwoo is dead ass him. Anyways, so now we have a total of 6 shinies, so we can finally have a full team. But you know me, I'm a little extra. I have 2 more shinies that I still need to get because I had a goal in mind. The goal is my dream team. Now that we got Jinwoo, we head over to Hano Beach Resort, and Baba, the neon guy with the white clothing, invites us to Aether Paradise. I ponder if I should go with this random adult, and I reluctantly say sure. Don't do this at home, kids. Olivia also reveals she hasn't been married yet, so you know what that means type shit. Anyways, we arrive at Aether Paradise, and guess who runs this private island? Lusamine. She's 40 by the way, and she was flirting with Hal, like deadass trying to rizz him up and flirt with him. Like, bro, Hal, run from the cougar. But also, chill, Hal, I see you. I peep game, I peep the rizz. As Hal Hal was rizzing her, the place we in starts shaking and Ultra Beast comes out of a wormhole. Lusamine has some taking care of a Pokemon in a non-healthy way fetish, if that makes sense. She gets a little too excited after seeing the Ultra Beast, like chill gang. She thanks us for our help even though Hal ain't do nothing but flirt, but she sends us off to Ula Ula Island to finish up the rest of our trials. And of course, as soon as we land on the island, Hal asks if I want to battle him. I don't really want to, but we're forced to anyway. So we get our free XP from Hal, and before we do anything else on the island, I fly back to Hano Beach Resort to get our next team member. And that member is of course Sandagast. That black shiny sandcastle is too clean to pass up, and I've been wanting this shiny ever since I first saw it. So I'll just be using the good old SOS encounter just on my moon copy, not the 2DS. And after 177 SOS encounters, I know bro, I've been lucky so far, the black sand ghost thing pops up. Shiny Sandagast. Oh my, let's go bro. I'm watching this Ryan Garcia fight too, and I think he won, and I just got the shiny. This shit clean. If he wins, I might have to name him Ryan. If he doesn't, I'm naming him Haney, bro. And I got it on camera this time. So I named Sandagast Garcia after Mr. Ryan Garcia. So after that, we head over to Mount Hukalani, I hope I'm saying that right, and enter the observatory up there to start our next trial. There's a kid named Sophocles. I don't know how to say the name, I'm sorry.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich what?
An idiot sandwich, Chef Ramsay.
And he's running the trial this time. As we are going through the trial, Jinwoo evolves into its final form, Toxapex, and I'm loving this shiny. Every shiny that I have on my team, I have gotten out of pure aesthetics, if you haven't noticed. But anyways, the totem Pokemon comes out and it's a Vikavolt. It's what Buko aspires to be one day. We're almost there, buddy, don't worry. So we let Lemonhead spam Flash on Vikavolt to have the lowest accuracy, then we put it to sleep and switch out to Kuroko and kill Vikavolt with flame charges. And we have completed this trial. Something about you know who I'm talking about, reminds me of something, but I just can't put my finger on it. So now we head over to Mali Garden to give back Professor Kukui's mask, but when we arrive, it seems like he's getting pressed by Team Skull's boss, Guzma. What kind of guzzler ass name is that? Whatever. This Guzma thinks he is the best trainer in the region, so we battle. His intro gave him some aura points, I'm not gonna lie, but that shit don't scare me. So I teach the Guzma a little lesson real quick, and we beat him. Now that I completed my side quest, for now I can do the next trial. So as we make it over to Route 13, Gladion stops me and Hal and asks if we know anything about Cosmog. We don't snitch, of course. Hal almost sells it, but he tells us to protect Cosmog if we know anything, cause it can lead to a disaster. So me and Hal head to the Aether house to look for Lily. Turns out she's not there, but when I come out, we see a Team Skull member trying to take Nebby from her bag. So we battle the grunt and we save her ass again. Now we are ready to face our next trial with Acerola. I hope I'm saying your name right. So we head to the abandoned Thrifty Megamart and start the trial. And then we find the totem Pokemon, which is Mimikyu. We battle the totem and beat Mimikyu, and we complete this trial. I also realized with this scene, talking to Acerola, she begins to get the chills and leaves, and we see Mimikyu in the back walking away, which I thought was pretty cool. I know these cutscenes get a lot of hate. I'm one of them, I'm a hater, but some of them are pretty cool, like this one. Now that we have access to the Thrifty Megamart, the abandoned one, we can hunt for our last team member, and that member is Klefki. Yup, just a bunch of keys. I start to try to SOS hunt for Klefki, but then quickly realize it is not that easy just to go out and SOS hunt Klefki. So I need specific Pokemon to make this more bearable. So I decide to put this hunt on pause and come back in a little bit. I head back to the Aether house and we find Team Skull and Plumeria there. We battle Plumeria and she not even all that because the battle ended rather quickly with no hiccups. They took one of the little Jits Pokemon, Young Goose, that lives in the Aether house, so we head over to Po Town where Team Skull resides to get their Pokemon back. We make it over to their gang hideout and they low-key got the whole place unlocked, but you know us, we find a way every time type shit. We beat all the grunts in their hideout, we even figure out the password. It's just funny how even though they know we the ops, but if we know they password, they still gonna let us in. Respectable gang members, honestly. So we finally made it to Guzma and he battles us, of course. The battle was not at all different from our first encounter, so we beat him pretty easily and we saved the little Jits Young Goose. So we head over back to the Aether house and find out that Plumeria and Team Skull took Lily's Cosmog. So Gladion overhears this and gets mad angry, so he battles us, but you know, no one can beat me and my special color Pokemon. So after the battle, Garcia evolves into Palo Sand, the final form of our black sandcastle. Gladion then comes down and takes us with him to head back to the Aether Paradise to save Lily and Cosmog. Officer Nanu, this old guy who I didn't mention, helped us earlier in Po Town with Team Skull's business. He happens to be the island kahuna, so we face him to complete the grand trial for the island. He mainly has dark type Pokemon, and with my special Pokemans, we beat him and we complete the grand trial for Ula Ula Island. So we make it over to Aether Paradise, and Faba is there yapping about how we came uninvited and think Gladion is crazy for saying a kid can beat him. Long story short, a kid beat him, and that kid is me. I honestly don't know why he was talking mad spicy, because bro only got one Pokemon. So we head over to the garden area thing of this paradise, and we find Team Skull and Guzma there. It looks like Aether and Team Skull was working together, so Gladion loses to Guzma, so of course I gotta back my boy up. We get his revenge for him and wipe Guzma again. We make it into what it looks like Lucamine's house, and basically Lucamine is Lily and Gladion's mother. She's a horrible parent who doesn't give a fuck about her kids and cares about these ultra beasts and taking care of them instead of her own kids. But whatever. She takes us into her secret lab, and we see a Pokemon just frozen and preserved for eternity in little glass cases. She's just a fucking sicko. I hate her. No Diddy. Anyways, Shawty's still trying to risk how after all this, bro. Hey, yo, Diddy. Anyways, Lucamine uses Cosmog to open up an ultra wormhole, but it actually opens up multiple wormholes all over Alola. While we hear the Tapus on each island are having their own little anime battle with the kahunas over there. So guess what happens next? Lucamine battles us. The fight was nothing special. We won again. Shawty's dog water. Of course, after I win, she jumps into the ultra wormhole and Guzma follows. Cosmog is in this weird stagnant state after all this mess, so we all decide we need the help of Alola's legendary Pokemon to solve this, and we get a good night's sleep. We wake up the next day and Lily got a whole new outfit, new hairstyle. Like she just had a whole new makeover. She tries to get us to compliment her, but you know us, we ain't no simp. We can't do our boy Gladion like that for real. So we are now headed to Pony Island, and before we start any Pony Island business, we still need our final team member, Klefki. So instead of SOS hunting Klefki, because that was annoying for me, I decided to do the good old Masuda method. So we get to hatch him, and after 368 eggs, we finally get shiny Klefki. What? I got it! Oh my god, it looks so good. Bomba Clat! I'm literally just hatching a few eggs before going to my sister's graduation. It's so fucking I was scared I wasn't gonna notice, but that shit is noticeable. Look at that shit. I named Klefki Smisky because my keychain in real life got a Smisky hanging onto it. The gold Klefki is really nice to me, plus all the blue accents just make this shiny. Perfect. Now that we have our final team member, we can go ahead and finish the game. So we head back to Pony Island and head to the Ruins of Hope. Hapu is there and she tells us about Lunala and the legendary of the region. She gives us the Sun Flute and tells us to head to Executor Island to get the Moon Flute to hopefully summon Lunala. So we head over there, get the Moon Flute, and we head back to Pony Island. We are now ready to face Kahuna Hapu for the grand trial, and this is Hapu's first battle as a Kahuna. Sadly, the battle wasn't tough or anything for my team. My team is too good, no cap. So we win, and Buko evolves into Vikavolt. We have finally made it to the promised land. I was surprised because I forgot we arrived where Charjabug can finally evolve. This is the shiny I have been waiting for, and this shit speaks for itself, so I'm gonna shut up. We now have to go through Alola's version of Victory Road, which is just the vast Pony Canyon over here. And there's a trial within this canyon, and as we are met by some hippie named Mina, and she tells us if we make it to the end, we have one more challenge before completing this trial, and that is beating the totem Pokemon. Come on, because of our fairy duo Lemonhead and Smisky, we were able to beat this totem Pokemon rather easily, and we complete this trial. Now we push further to reach the altar of the moon. Lily and I play the Sun and Moon Flute at the same time, and the altar causes Cosmog to get out of the stagnant form and become Lunala, the legendary Pokemon we was talking about. Lily asks Nebby to open up a portal and bring us back to her mom. So we go into the Ultra wormhole and we find Lucamine in there, and Lucamine talks about how the world is beautiful, she never wants to come back. Lucamine throws out Nihilego, I don't know how to say this shit, bro. Nihilego, sorry, and combines with it to become one being. And now we go into battle with that thing, but the battle is not hard at all. But Fable was the only one to give me a quote-unquote problem. him, but I just poisoned it with Jinwoo and the battle went smoothly. After Lusamine loses, she was about to go crazy in her Ultra Beast form, but Lunala saves the day using his powers to separate the two. So we head back from saving the day, and of course Nebby wants to continue the journey with none other than your boy, me. So we throw a quick ball and my boy Nebby stays in just like that. Now that saga has ended, we can finally head to our final trial, which is basically the Elite Four of the Alola. But before we head there, Gladion stops us for one final battle, and now he has a Silvally and a Z-Ring. But he flexed that shit for no reason because he wasn't even able to use the Z-Ring while battling me. So, and if Gladion stops me, Hal gotta stop me too, of course. So we battle Hal. Same old happens like every time. I beat him easily. So now the final trial, aka the Elite Four, has started. I can't face a champion without beating these 4 trainers, so I start from the left. And that first Elite Four member is Hala. He uses fighting type Pokemon primarily, if you don't remember. So he starts off with Hariyama, and we start off with Smisky to get Smisky some XP. But it gets one shot by a close combat. But at least we set up spikes. But anyways, we send out Lemonhead, who one shots Hariyama with a Moonblast. Then Hala sends out Crabominable, and that shit kills us with the Ice Hammer. So I send out Kuroko to use Flamethrower, and that does some damage. But a close combat one shots Kuroko. I'm going out sad right now, but thank God this ain't no Nuzlocke. So I send out Jinwoo to set up Toxic Spikes. While Jinwoo takes some hits, I heal up my team and then defeat Crabominable with Poison Jab. Hala then sends out Primeape, so we put Lemonhead back out, and one Moonblast does the trick. Now Beware is being sent out, and another Moonblast does the trick again. Same story for Poliwrath, and we beat Hala. Now on to the next. Next up is Olivia, and she primarily uses rock type Pokemon. So she starts off with a Relicanth, and we set up Toxic Spikes again with Jinwoo. We then switch out to Lemonhead and use Giga Drain to take out the Relicanth, and then Lycanroc is up next, and Jinwoo takes care of that with Liquidation. For a Probo Pass, I let Kuroko deal some damage and bring it down to less than half, then switch out to Garcia to kill it with Earth Power. For Carbink, we use multiple Earth Powers again, and then lastly for Golem, we switch to Lemonhead, and it dies after a couple Giga Drains. 2 down, 2 more to go. Next up is Acerola, who specializes in Ghost type Pokemon. So we start out with Garcia to kill Sableye with 2 Shadow Balls. Incineroar then one-shots Frostlass with Flamethrower, and then for the Palossand, we send out Lemonhead, who gets one shot to a Z move, shaking my head. So we let Garcia handle business with Shadow Ball, Palossand on Palossand Prime, but my Palossand better type shit. Anyways, Delmise then gets sent out, and we send out Buko, and a couple Thunderbolts does the job. Drifblim then follows the same fate as Delmise, and now we only got one member to defeat, Loki. The last member up for us is Kahili. I don't know who the fuck this is. Did we meet this person midway through the story? I don't know. But anyways, they primarily use flying type Pokemon, so we started out with Buko, and it takes out Squirmery with a couple Thunderbolts. For Mandibuzz, we use Baneful Bunker from Jinwoo to get it poisoned, along with Toxic Spikes to get everyone else poisoned. Then I use one more Poison Jab to kill it off. We put Buko back out when the Fruit Loop bird comes out, and we get one shot by a Z move by Toucannon. So my fault, sir. I was not familiar with your game, but I knew the risk. I took it anyway. But we switch out to Kuroko to heal Buko and send that motherfucker back out to get his get back, and Buko does that with Thunderbolt. Buko then Thunderbolts Oricorio, and then when Crobat comes out, Buko does the same to the Crobat. So we have cleared the Elite Four, and now we just have to fight the champion. So the champion is none other than Professor Kukui, aka Rey Mysterio. He starts off with Lycanroc, and we start off with Jinwoo to set up Toxic Spikes. Liquidation doesn't kill first, so we take a Stone Edge hit and survive with 3 health, and kill Lycanroc with Liquidation after. We switch out to Buko for Snorlax, and long story short, Kukui uses a full restore. We let Buko do some damage before switching back to Jinwoo to use a Baneful Bunker to get Snorlax poisoned again, and Poison Jab does the job. So we switch out to Kuroko for Magnezone, and 2 Flamethrowers does the trick. For Primarina, we switch out to Lemonhead, but then Kukui switches to Braviary, and I switch to Smisky, and then Braviary uses Whirlwind and actually brings out Buko for us, which is really lucky because that's who I wanted to switch out to. So luck is on our side for that one. And Thunderbolt one-shots Braviary. For the Alolan Ninetales, I bring out Garcia, and it does damage with Earth Power, but gets one shot by a Blizzard. I swear to God, every Blizzard against me lands, but whenever I use that shit always missing, bro. So we switch back to Kuroko and eat a Blizzard and kill Ninetales with a Flamethrower. Lastly, Primarina comes back out, and we switch to Buko, and the Thunderbolt does the job. We are now the champions of Alola. Let's go! We did it! We did it!
We did it! Oh my God, we did it!
But anyways, we have finally beat the game with our full shiny team, and I don't know, man, I'm just happy. I had so much fun hunting in this game. I already knew I was gonna enjoy hunting in this game. It was mainly that Litten. Yeah, hunting in this game is so fun with the SOS method, and like I don't feel like shit is impossible, but sometimes you need to do some of those impossible hunts, bro. They be fun too. I had fun wasting my time, guys. I hope you guys also had fun wasting your time watching this video. Thank you for making it to the end. If you made it to the end, thank you for watching again. I love y'all for real. Besitos.
I caught her like a Pokémon, my bitch feel like Mewtwo.